Good morning and welcome to Women Warriors Network event, Women in Healthcare, Mapping the Emotional Patient Journey. We're going to understand from our speakers the impact of emotions identified at the subconscious level that can help improve the patient experience. We have today Nadine van Dongen, Shannon Altimari, and Kate Munro. Thank you to everyone who support Women Warriors, who have contributed to the many events over the past few years globally as speakers and attendees as we continue to grow. I'm delighted to lead this event. A big thank you also to PIPHealth and Quilter Cheviot for sponsoring our events, which is very much appreciated. So I am Sandy Donnelly, founder of Women Warriors Network and DBC Health Retreats, passionate about well-being and female empowerment. So what's it all about? It was created amidst the pandemic when everything was closed and we couldn't see each other. So we had to suddenly revert to Zoom in, which I still can't seem to do very well. But there are so many women here, very ordinary yet extraordinary women warriors who want to share their knowledge, wisdom, to connect, contribute, and collaborate with like-minded people. So I'm going to start by introducing Shannon Altimari. She's the Senior Director, Patient Engagement and Oncology Lead at GSK. Hello, Shannon, and very welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Sandy. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to speak to the group, so thank you for the time.
Thank you for taking the time. I can't wait to hear your insights on this. So I'm going to go straight into the questions. So you believe in building advocates to help shape and nurture reputation for the benefit of organizations and stakeholders. So why is it important to focus on the most important stakeholder, the patient?
Thank you. That's a great question to start out with. So absolutely, understanding the patient is really something that is second nature to us here at GSK. I've been with the company since they were acquired by a company, they acquired the company I was working for, Tesaro. And as we know, with so many other areas, so many other industries, it's very important that they understand the person at the end, the consumer, the end user. But pharma for so many years has focused on the physician and the payer. And while I don't disregard the importance of the physician and the payers as part of the ecosystem of patient care, what we neglect is what is important to the patient so that they can maintain their life while they're being treated for a disease or while they're taking therapy that they have to take because they have a chronic condition. You know, we have to remember that we're all patients. So in the end, we need to be thinking about all patients as people.
Nadine van Dongen. She's the founder and managing partner for PIPHealth, also sponsor for Women Warriors Network and a big supporter of this growing network here in the UK and globally. So thank you. But Nadine, firstly, tell us about PIP.
Yes, so thank you so much, Sandy, and Women Warriors Network for allowing me to sponsor and also that you hosted this event. Because I just am so I'm so proud to be a woman in healthcare, because it's a group. Yeah, exactly. It's a group where I always feel very supported and supportive of other women, and I really like to be part of it, because not only everybody's driven, but also determined to make a change. And also thank you, Shannon, for sharing her, she's gone now, but thank you for her experience and amazing examples of the way GSK is working to incorporate patients in everything they do. I'll start with a brief introduction, and then I'll dive more into the how to map the emotional patient journey, more of the how and not why. So, my name is Nadine. I'm Dutch, and I live in London for over 15 years, where I started the patient research company, PIPHealth, and it stands for Patient Intelligence Panel. And I started it over a decade ago. It started as a research consultancy.
Oh, you've worked extensively in the development side of new oncology medicines, the cancer drugs. Can you share your experience of what patients experience in this process? This is a good one, actually.
Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks for having me. What we've heard so far is about people exploring patients who are diagnosed with the disease and maybe having a treatment that's already approved. What I want to talk about is what patients might experience when they go into a clinical trial. It takes about 8 to 10 years to get a drug onto the market. So there's a lot of clinical trials going on where patients will have to go. And when I first started my career, I mean, back in the early 1990s, I was a clinical research associate. My job was to monitor clinical trials, go to sites and look at data. And I can tell you at that point in 1993 or 4, the patients were basically numbers and initials and in piles of paper that we put in duplicate in case report forms. So it was very much, we were collected, there were data processing machines so we could get data to get drugs developed and approved. I think it took a long while before things changed. And for me personally, in 1996, my mother had a crushing diagnosis of advanced lung cancer. She had some early treatment but failed. And then her only option was to go into a clinical trial. And I think the emotions I was experiencing at the time were fear, vague bits of hope, but mainly fear and sadness. And for my mother, it was just, she was just desperate to do anything she could to extend her life. And there was really no choice. She had to go on the clinical trial because there was nothing else. And I think that's a sort of choice that in early drug development, when we really don't know anything about a clinical trial, about the drug that's being developed, they're the choices that patients have to make.
I think it's great, Sandy, as well, that you say out loud as well, like, I'm not in healthcare and not in that area. So it's also great because I know your Women Warrior Network is so big that, like maybe when the video goes out, maybe other women or members will also, kind of pick up on certain things for their own health, for their family, or for their careers. And the same as I did when I went to your event on sustainability, which I'm not an expert in sustainability, but I learned so much. So I really applaud you for doing amazing work with Women Warriors Network.
Thank you. I think it's so I had a few of the men who had signed up for the event. There was over 360 then. And then was said, oh, are we allowed to join? And I said, absolutely. It's a platform for women, whichever topic, industry we are talking about, to shine. It's their platform, and I don't want to take that away. But I love the involvement with men who are supportive of women, which there are many, many of them around. So don't think we're anti-men. We love the men in all of these industries also.